Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. For this one, we're going to start off with drawing out a few cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot to... I don't know why I said two, because that's all I had to say. But if you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested in a personal reading, everything you need to know is in the description box below. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So I feel that for somebody, Chanel could be significant for some reason. Maybe the backstory of that person, that designer. Her name is Gabrielle Chanel, just in case you didn't know. She's only fresh on my mind because I'm reading this book called The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. So that could be a significant book for you to read, or I also feel that the name Robert could be significant as well. So we have the Page of Cups. It says curiosity, creativity, start, hopeful, enthusiasm. In reverse, it says self-expression, naivety, selfish, immature, emotional, and angry. This Page of Cups is really interesting to see, because while recording these videos, I've already seen the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, and I've even also talked about the Page of Cups. So whoever's watching this, your inner child is definitely an important topic right now. I feel like your curiosity, like a childlike curiosity, is significant. Maybe the universe and your spirit guides are encouraging you to be curious about something like a child would. It could be about yourself, your inner world, your thoughts, your emotions, your soul, your spirit, your passion. Maybe there's something here about analyzing yourself. I keep hearing or feeling like I want to say the word analytical. So you could be an analytical person yourself, and you're being called to use, I want to say, your powers of analysis on yourself. I feel like there's really something here about yourself that you're meant to discover or recognize or realize. And I saw 321, this sense of self-discovery is being encouraged, definitely for a reason. And I just saw 333, it could be about growing and healing, but it could also be about expanding and creating a reality that reflects who you truly are, what you believe in, what you feel, what you think, what you're passionate about, just everything about you. And I also saw 345, so that's another message there to trust that everything happens for a reason, and don't be afraid to tap into your curiosity, especially when it comes to being curious about yourself, or even just being curious about the unknown in general. But also protect yourself, stay safe, don't take risks that you don't believe in or trust. And the words start on here. Maybe there's something here that you're being called to start that you tried to start in the past but was a false start. And that doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but I feel like for somebody here, this is like, maybe this self-discovery is something that you're trying again. I just saw 444. That's a sign about stability, security. This could be emotional stability, material, financial stability. I feel like it's more significantly about your emotions. 456 is about your emotions for a reason. I just heard powerhouse of the cell. It's like your emotions are the mitochondria to your life. This is about recognizing how powerful your inner world, I want to say your mentality, your mental health actually is. And I'm actually noticing that there is a fish on this bottle, and there's a feminine symbol as well. I've seen both of those while doing these readings. That feminine symbol really just confirms and reinforces about the idea of focusing inward. This is about focusing on your feminine energy regardless of your gender. And with the fish, this, again, fish are in water. I also just felt that saying fish out of water. But the water can represent your emotions. And thinking about the fish, I just felt something fishy, like something about your emotions is off, or spiritual bypassing could definitely be significant here. Just to make sure that when it comes to spirituality, that you are actually doing the work and not, if you can hear that, that's a cat, which I think is interesting, because the energy of mystery could definitely be significant here, especially because when I'm reading that Laws of Human Nature books, Chanel, she created an air of mystery around her work. So I feel like this is about, like I said, about being curious about the unknown. This is about being curious about the mysteries about yourself. Why do I feel this way? Where is it coming from? Again, the energy of analyzing yourself. And with creativity, that also makes me think that you are being called to express yourself in some way, whether it's creative, just communicating with another person. It's totally up to you. And I also feel there is a little bit of a message here to stay hopeful. For your next card, we have the Moon in reverse. This gives me a feeling that someone is lost or confused in the darkness. And this inner child here, the person on this card, is looking towards the Moon here in reverse. And I feel like the best thing that you can do right now is bring light into the situation. And I think that's interesting, because even though I said that there is a little bit of a message here to be hopeful and optimistic, that is not a little message anymore. That's very much present. Don't let the darkness scare you away from asking questions or being curious, or from starting again, or from expressing yourself, or having hope. Whatever resonates for you. I also feel like the pumpkins here could be significant. I don't know the spiritual meaning of pumpkins, but maybe Halloween is a significant holiday for you. I know that in Halloween we wear costumes, so you could feel like you're playing a role, like you're, to put it bluntly, like living a lie. This is about expressing your inner world, so that way it reflects in your outer world. Next we have the High Priestess in reverse. That's very, very interesting, especially because both the Moon and the High Priestess are in reverse. I always associate the High Priestess and the Moon together, because to travel through the darkness, to shed light in a situation, you need to consult your intuition, listen to your inner voice. And with the High Priestess in reverse, this tells me that you are not trusting yourself, you're not believing in yourself. There's definitely some inner child wounds here that you need to address and heal. I feel like this is about analyzing, why don't I trust myself? Why do I doubt myself? How do I doubt myself? Why do I feel like I'm surrounded in darkness? How am I looking at things that makes me think the situation is more dark than it actually is? There could also be something significant here about building a better relationship with your fears, or just with the dark in general. I feel like recognizing life's polarity, I feel like that will bring you peace. And honestly, I've been a lot into politics lately. And I just saw 122, so remember that change starts with you. But I was trying to say that, like, there could be something significant here about the political polarization. I just had a vision about a card that I have that says gender stereotypes, that came out in a different reading that I recorded today. So I feel like politics and gender feel related somehow. But I just think it's so interesting that both the moon and the high priestess are in reverse. Not only do you feel like you're in a dark situation, it makes sense why you feel confused and lost, because you're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to your inner voice. You're not trusting yourself as much as you should. You're not believing in yourself as much as you should. Remember that your intuition, your inner voice, is supposed to bring you calm and peace, not chaos and fear. There could be a general need here to understand the difference between when something is coming from your fears and when something is coming from your intuition. The page here really brings about like an immature type of energy, and I really feel like once you bring more light, more optimism, more hope, more faith, not only in yourself but also in the universe, the more clearly navigating this darkness is going to become, because your inner voice and your intuition are going to become much louder. So definitely prioritize your healing and your mental health, so that way you can see things more clearly and make decisions that are aligned with who you truly are, what you deserve, and what you want out of life. I also saw 123, so that's just a little message there to trust that everything happens for a reason. I personally believe that there is a logical reason for everything, and the only reason it sometimes looks like magic or someone seems to be misunderstood is just because it's not understood. So give yourself the space and time to understand yourself and the world, especially when it comes to the polarity, so that way you can learn to appreciate life in a more balanced way in both its light and its darkness. I saw 123 again, so again, trust that everything happens for a reason. You are where you are for a reason, and you're being led to where you're being led or called for a reason. Trust yourself. I'm going to wrap up this reading by drawing out a card from this box here. If you don't already know, these are just cards that I made myself. We have, remember how short life really is. Consider the last decade of your life. How satisfied are you? So again, this is touching on that analytical side of yourself. Maybe there's some patterns here that you could recognize just by reflecting on your past and how your decisions led to the same outcome. And I saw 3, 4, 5. Again, trust that everything happens for a reason. You have to take accountability for your own choices. I feel like is coming through. Not that I'm saying that you don't, but it's just coming through as a message. So as this curiosity here is sticking out to me, the phrase stay curious might be significant for you if you've seen a different reading, but don't give up on yourself, on trying to understand yourself and trying to understand the world, especially from a spiritual perspective. This might sound super cliche, but remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. It's about how you get there, how you move forward, not the outcome. So I feel like you're really being encouraged to stay present, and when you start to dwell on the past or worry about the future, it's time to look inward and ground yourself and maybe learn something new with your power of analysis. But that will be the end of your reading. I really, really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.